The girl is the most popular celebrity influencer in the entire school, but she's fallen head over heels for a totally unremarkable slacker. Not only does she shamelessly chase after him every day, she also tries every trick in the book to make the guy happy. Early this morning, the girl showed up bright and early at John's front door, but when the door slowly opened, she discovered it was actually the guy's best friend who answered. The man looked at the national idol standing before him. For a moment he couldn't believe his eyes. Without a word, he shut the door and started letting his imagination run wild. This whole thing left John totally confused, so he opened the door.
작가님 좋은 아침.
You heard that right. The guy who used to rank dead last in his grade has now become a famous illustrator. Before John could even react, Emma rudely barged right in. But once inside, she noticed there were other women in the house. Out of curiosity, the girl immediately asked, "Are all these people your employees?" John nodded and said yes. Since John had said so, Mary, who was standing nearby, could only leave unhappily. Actually, Mary's identity is John's ex-girlfriend. After 5 years apart, they've now reunited because of work. However, after a series of discussions, they ultimately couldn't reach a collaboration. Plus, with Mary being provoked like that before leaving, made it even more impossible for the already strained relationship to have any chance of reconciliation. After Mary left, Emma said, "Can I see your previous work?" But at this moment John was still basking in the satisfaction of venting earlier, completely oblivious that someone behind him was calling. When John snapped out of it, he said, "Sure, look all you want." 1 second he'd just come back from spacing out, the next second he zoned out again. His best friend had to constantly remind John to stay focused. At this point, the girl proposed. She wanted John to create some paintings specifically for her, because after seeing all the various works on the wall, she was deeply captivated by every single piece. So she also wanted to own a painting about herself, one that was personally created by John. When John heard this, he wanted to think it over, but didn't expect.
될 거예요, 분명히.
Seeing John's reluctant expression, Emma asked, "Is it because of the price?" "We can negotiate that," John was about to explain, but Emma had to leave first because of her schedule.